Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Brick Bods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Join me today for a review of the Black Country Brick Show. So we went to that last weekend. It was just me and the mini Brick Bods attending this time. So it was a little hard to look at everything whilst also stopping them from destroying things. But I tried to take as many photos as I could just to share with you. It was a great show. It was bigger than I was expecting. The only downside I would say is that I wasn't prepared for the amount of fun things there would be to do with kids that would need cash. So I will remember next time to take cash with me, because I've completely forgotten about the existence of cash, it would seem. And that was a bit of a shame, because there was lots of things to do, like raffles and trails and things that we couldn't do because we didn't have any money. So first in, there was a whole bunch of large scale models, including this Lilo and Stitch, which I think looks really good. A lot of things we'd seen at other shows, or I'd seen at other shows, but the girls hadn't, so I was trying to just let them go at their pace, see the things that they wanted to see. They're not big into Pokemon, but they do know who Pikachu is, so they enjoyed looking at this one. I've seen this wobbly tree stand at the Reading Brick Show, I think it was, but the girls quite enjoyed when I said, look at those wobbly trees. They're like, they're not wobbling, and the guy behind did wobble them for them, so that was quite fun. And there's quite a few elements in there to sort of find. So the guy behind sort of said, can you find two parrots, three frogs, and that kind of got them looking a bit deeper into the scene, which I really love about the shows, is that interaction with the model maker. Now, I don't normally do Star Wars content, but I took a picture of this because we particularly enjoyed the fact that Olaf was in this scene. I think this is a scene from Hoth, based on my knowledge of Star Wars that I've absorbed. But yeah. And I did like the little Grogu with the minion eyes. I thought that was quite cute too. We saw the dinosaur skeletons again. They're always really impressive to look at. And then a whole load of mocks. The one that caught my eye here was the fishing store in that different colour. Just confused me. We've seen the zoo a couple of times as well, but it's got so much in it that every time I look at it, I see something else. And that's the nice thing about seeing things more than once, is you can get a different viewing angle sometimes, or you can spot things that were probably there before but you just didn't see. So I don't know how many people change up their mocks between each show just to add a few extra details just in case, but I still enjoy looking at them. My daughter decided that this one looked like a little witch's house, but we couldn't see any witch, so. And I really like the tree here and the courtyard effect. The Springfield mock was there again. I find this one, just the scale of it is so big. There's so much to see, and I spotted a detail that I hadn't spotted before, which was Sideshow Bob. Look at his hair, super cool. We also had another quick look at the little habitat stand. We spent ages at this one actually trying to work out which was our favourite. I just find the detail amazing. There was one display where they'd essentially just collected as many animals as they could. So this is the cat display. So the lady believes that she's got every single cat in there ever made by Lego. You'll have to have a look and see if you can spot any missing. And then the same with bears. And it's really fascinating to see them all look like next to each other. The Duplo ones, the Friends ones. Birds. She had a lot of birds. I didn't realise they'd done so many flamingos in different colours. And then I really loved the snails. I think those are from a Duplo set way back when they had like the little mushroom men people. And then you've got all the dragons and lizards and things. I think there's real value in seeing them all alongside each other. I think it's fascinating. Because Ian wasn't there, I took a picture of this to show him because I think it's great part usage. He likes to use hair pieces under the sea for his coral reef, and I thought this was a really nicely done flower with hair pieces, so I thought I'd capture this for him. There was a stand with a War of the Worlds themed scene. They were playing the music from The War of the Worlds. I love that music. I really enjoyed standing there, and I was just constantly singing every time I went past it. This was a brick sorter, so they were encouraging children to load up a mixed scoop of parts at the bottom, and then it went up the little conveyor belt, and then in the top they've got a rotating barrel type thing with gaps between them that the smaller pieces fall through, and then because it's got the helix effect, it pushes the other pieces down to the side and they fall out. And the person behind the brick sorter was really helpful in explaining it to my daughter and letting her sort of touch it to feel the effect of it moving down the helix. So I was really pleased with the interaction there. This was a new one that I hadn't seen before. This is the Flying Saucer Cafe, and so much detail in there to see. I enjoyed looking at this one. And everyone loves a good castle, and this one was, the only problem being is that my littlest can't actually see inside, so I had to lift her up for this one. Now, I really enjoyed standing and looking at this one. So much detail in there, and they had a little sheet of just 5 figures, I think it was, the mascot figures, so the bunny, the chicken, the gorilla, that you had to find within the scene, and obviously it's constantly rotating, and we spent ages trying to find that bunny, and if you check out those stormtroopers there, you'll spot it. And that one, that really got me, because I thought they'd hidden it so well, just in plain sight, but gun in hand, looking like a stormtrooper. I always like seeing the city scenes. They remind me of my own city with all the modulars in there, but then there's always that personal element that people have added in. And this person's got quite a lot of space there. I don't think I could get a full-size tennis court into our city. There's just not the room, but it's nice to see it in other people's cities. And then I really love this scene. The amount of nature going on, and then the difference in scale towards the end with the roses in there. It worked. It was really cool. And there were so many little elements to see. There was a hidden duck in the tower that my daughters took forever to find. And then, of course, you've got the other scale of things. So I took this one again for Ian. He's a fan of the Microscale. I thought he would enjoy this. And it's such a cool little city with those tiny little cars. But it's so detailed and works really well. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a Lego show unless it has a GBC. So I've got the GBC footage here. I didn't manage to get a whole loop round. I kept getting interrupted with the girls and things. But I'll leave you with what we did get and our favourite one at the end, which is the one that makes noise as it goes down. Super cool. That's so cool. I really enjoyed the show. I've made note to take cash next time for the activities. The minifigure trail, which you had to enter on the way in, which was £1 to enter, I think, actually looked really hard. The children that were doing it were running about for ages trying to find all of these minifigures. So I'm kind of a little bit relieved that we didn't have that one, because I think sometimes that will stop you looking at the whole show properly, and it will just get you into the only finding those minifigure ones. But then maybe that's just to allow the parents to look as well and keep the kids occupied. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below which mock was your favourite, and if you want to see other reviews of brick shows, I'll link up our playlist for that now. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.